In this video, we will talk about converting anchor points. And converting anchor points means making them or turning them from smooth to corner or from corner to smooth. And to do that, we can use the convert anchor point tool that sits right here. Is the last tool right here in the pen tool family, and it has a shortcut of Shift-C. This is this guy right here. So the way this tool works is that if I select my object and if I hover over my anchor point and if I just click on it, you can see that I've turned it from being like a nice curve, I've turned it into being a nice corner. And of course, I can keep doing it, and I can keep doing it, and I can keep doing it. And from a circle, we eventually got we got a square. And if I want to revert the process, I can simply click on an anchor point and start dragging. I'm going to click and drag, and I can hold down the Shift key, by the way, if I want to constrain the proportions. So I'm going to click and drag, I'm going to click and drag, and I'm going to click and drag to create a shape that is going to look something like this. And if I just select, well, let's say that I'm going to select just one anchor point. So I'm going to grab the direct selection tool and I'm going to select, well, maybe this guy right here, this anchor point here on the top. And I'm going to move to my control panel, and you can see this convert part right here. And if I now just click on this convert selected anchor points to corner, I'm going to turn it back into a corner. And if I click on the convert selected anchor points to smooth, you can see that I'm converting it back to a smooth anchor point, and it's kind of like Illustrator's idea on how it should look like. And I gotta tell you that in many scenarios it works really well. It suffices. The result of this automatic transformation really suffices in many cases. So one more time, if I got this anchor point, this top anchor point selected, I can convert it here in the control panel to corner, or I can convert it to smooth, just like so. And of course, I can select maybe this anchor point and this anchor point. So I got this right and this bottom anchor point selected. So I selected them by holding down the Shift key. And if I now just convert them, just like so, you can see that I am creating really funky shapes. I'm actually letting Illustrator to create funky shapes for me. So a thing to remember from this lesson is that we can convert anchor points from smooth to corner and from corner to smooth, and we can create a maybe first let's create a teardrop. So I'm going to select this top anchor point, just like so, and I'm going to convert it to corner, just like that. And now I can simply drag this guy, this bottom anchor point, maybe just a bit down, and I can move these guys just a bit down to create kind of like a tear, or maybe maybe a leaf shape. And of course, I can select multiple anchor points if I want to by holding down, I'm dragging around them with the direct selection tool and holding down the Shift key, and I can simply manipulate. I can turn them to corner, or I can turn them back to smooth. So there you go. These are the absolute basics of how these pen tool and pen tool siblings actually work. So we covered the pen tool. We covered the add and remove anchor points tool, and now we covered the convert anchor point tool. But let me tell you that it takes quite a lot of practice to understand all these tools, especially the pen tool, and I encourage you to practice with these tools. But once you know the idea behind these tools, it's going to be much easier for you to practice and to understand them. So in the next videos, we will talk about the typography tools inside Illustrator. Before you move on to the next video, be sure to get your copy of the free ebook on Android app icon design that is waiting for you on my website davidtuminski.com, and you'll find the link in the description of this video. Also, please subscribe to the channel, and it would be great if you advised me on how to make these videos better for you, and you can do that in the comments section to this video. So as always, have a nice design.